All rise. Support court with Judge Vanda B is now in session. Judge's case number JVB2004, Doug case. You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Miss Doug, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Okay, Judge. Well, I'm bringing Tim to court today because he's not taking care of his children, his responsibility, and I need help. So I'm requesting for child support.
All right, when you say he's not taking care of his responsibility, what do you mean by
Right out the gate, we've got a mom juggling daycare logistics like a full-time Uber driver and footing the bill for all of it. $200 a week isn't pocket change. So here's a question for you. Should non-financial involvement, like picking up kids, be court enforceable too? Let me know in the comments.
that financially? Is he not picking them up? Because
not.
you know, that can mean a lot of things.
Exactly. So he's not picking them up. I'm having to pay someone to go pick the kids up from daycare.
Okay. You're paying them, you say?
I'm paying out of pocket.
How much are you paying?
Approximately $200 a week.
A week?
Yes.
Okay.
There's 3 different schools that they have to go to pick up the kids, daycare and after school care, and he's not contributing.
Okay.
I also carry the kids on medical.
All right. How much is that?
Medical is $250 a month.
Is that for, how many children do you all have?
3.
3? Okay. And that's for all 3 children?
That's for all 3 children.
Okay. Right. And I'm assuming you know that Tim has money somewhere. You know he can pay for it.
Oh, Judge, he has money.
Okay.
Yes, he has money. He's in the club every weekend on. Yeah, I have receipts.
Okay. What kind of receipts do you have?
Screenshots from Facebook, Instagram. I mean, I'm blocked, but I have family members that follow him.
Just telling all your business.
First
Yes.
off, that's cap.
What? Excuse me?
I'm sorry. I'm just saying.
No, what did you say?
That's
A
cap.
cap.
That's cap, yeah.
She doesn't have on a cap.
Cap means that's a lie. She's lying.
Oh, okay. This the new age. How you spell that? C-A-P, like a regular cap. Oh, okay. I learned something new.
So is it
All right.
fake money that you're throwing to him?
Ah, yes. Gen Z courtroom drama. That's Cap, he says. Translation for those over 30. He's calling her a liar. But spoiler alert, the only Cap here might be his entire story. Let's see if the receipts tell a different tale.
Oh, okay. Well,
We'll get to Tim. Tim, we'll get to you in just a minute so I can hear about all this capping that she's over here doing, okay? Okay. All right. Now, I mean, he said it's cap. He said you are not telling the truth. Is that true?
he's being untruthful.
Okay. Is that a screenshot you have right there?
Yes,
Looks
ma'am.
like. Okay.
It's a screenshot, several screenshots of him in the club. The strip club, might I add,
Okay.
throwing money on the stage.
Interesting.
And,
Okay.
yes, stacks, chains, everything, Judge.
So give me the backstory of this relationship. Like, you all just did not wake up one day and decided that you can't get along, and you're saying he doesn't financially support the kids. How did we get here?
Well, Judge, I should have known better.
What do you mean?
I met him at the club.
Oh, okay. So the same club that he's throwing
Correct.
the money at, you were there too?
I was at, yes.
Was he throwing the money at you?
No,
Or?
I was
okay.
just there.
Oh,
as a
okay.
patron, yes. And
Mr. Tim.
She must spend about $2,000 for that night.
Okay. Well, we'll get to you in just a minute so we can hear about
seriously, Tim.
this throwing of money.
Well,
Miss Doug, pay attention to me.
Well, Judge,
now, you were in.
So wait, she met him in the same club he now blows stacks in every weekend? This really is a full circle moment. And not the good kind. Pro tip, red flags don't turn green just because they're holding money.
The club as a patron.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
say as a patron.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And he was appealing to me. He had, he was suave. So he approached me and we exchanged numbers.
Okay.
And then the next day we went out for breakfast. And, from there we just were inseparable until he started back clubbing. I guess the kids became too much for him.
Oh, okay. So in between that time, you all had the 3 kids.
Correct.
Got you. Okay.
So
All
we've
right.
been on again, off again, more off than on. I need help with these kids now. They're
Oh.
growing.
How long have you all been off?
Right now, it's been about 2 years.
2 years. All right. Who do the children live with?
They live with me
Okay. All right. Okay.
because we don't know where Mr. Tim is. So,
Okay. Well, we're going to get that from him in just a moment. All right. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to Mr. Tim?
not at this moment, Judge.
Okay. All right. Now, Mr. Tim, give me your last name because I don't just want to call you, by your first name, unless you prefer me to call you Mr. Tim. Hall. Okay, Mr. Hall. Now, you said she was capping. Let's talk about that. So, is she capping about you all's relationship? You all meeting in the club? She said she was a patron, but you said you spent like $2,000 on her. I mean,
One part she's capping about is not taking care of the kids.
okay.
I'm a firm believer. I take care of mine.
All right. Now, define what you mean by taking care of your children, because she just said that she's paying someone $200 a week to transport your kids and pick them up and take them to daycare in different schools. So, is that true? Like, are you not helping with that?
No, I with that too.
All right.
It's cap as well. You know what I'm saying?
How do you?
How do I get you?
Yeah. How do you do that?
I give you about like how much I give you. I give like,
If you gave it to me, you would know.
so you should know.
That's a
I gave it
good
to you.
If you gave it to me, you should know.
That's a
10K?
good point, Mr. Hall.
I gave like 10K.
Mm.
Right?
10K as in 10,000. Okay.
That's a lot of money.
All right. Hold on one second. Miss Doug, did he give you $10,000?
That would be a lie.
Okay.
A whole lie.
That's cap.
Seems he gave her 10K with 0 receipts? That's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for him. Spoiler, it won't. But also, what kind of person walks into court empty-handed and expects to win on vibes?
So,
That's cap. I got the statement. I got the receipts.
all right. What kind of statements and receipts did you bring with you today?
Okay. I don't mean, but you know what I'm saying? But
You knew you were coming to court for child support, right? All right.
He
And
thought
you,
his looks was gonna help, Judge.
but who is he trying to appeal to?
Not
I'm,
just you.
I'm not interested, Mr. Hall. I mean, don't get me wrong. You're not a bad-looking guy, okay? But I'm not interested. We're not here for that. I just want to know what these numbers look like.
so the numbers is I gave him 10K.
All right. I have that.
Child support.
10K a month for how many months?
How many months?
Yeah.
Probably about like 7, 8.
7, 8 months.
Just count. You know what I'm saying?
Me, I'm counting.
Of course.
You ain't gave
But
10K in 9 years.
I'm talking though, baby. So,
Did you call her baby?
yeah, she got my heart. She had my kids. So, like, she always got my heart.
So why don't y'all just get back together?
I'm a pass.
Oh, okay.
That's important.
Okay. So, Mr. Hall, you said you gave her this money. She's saying no, you don't have any receipts or anything to confirm it. It's not. What do you do for a living? You're a rapper? Okay. And how much money do you make?
I make like 200,000, but it's like that's never, taxes and everything is deducted.
Mm-hmm.
She on my neck about payments, stuff like that. I
Mm-hmm.
get about at least 30,000, to myself that I can use for myself and what I want to do.
Which is throwing it in the club.
Just throwing it in the club, of course.
Mr.
You know what
Hall,
I'm saying?
Mr.
So she's
Hall,
taking all my money.
Mr. Hall.
Yes, ma'am.
I may look young, but I wasn't born yesterday.
Now this is where the judge starts sharpening the legal blade. He says he nets 30K for himself, but somehow drops stacks in the club weekly. Quick math check. The dollars he's tossing don't align with the story he said.
Today, okay? Do not come in here and waste my time. You and I both know that I have heard that song and dance over and over again, where people come in here and say they make all of this money, but the moment they realize they're more than likely, or if there's a possibility they can be placed on child support, they try to diminish it and say, oh, I don't make this much, but it really is that much. You follow me?
Oh, it is a
The
thing,
math ain't match.
though. It
it's
is a
not.
thing, though. She takes a chunk out of my money. And you gotta understand too. I got a rap career.
All right.
So I put a lot into it so I can feed We trying to put on a good show for these people.
Well, no, you don't. That's the thing. You don't have to put on a show for anybody. I don't need you capping right now, okay? That's what you said, right? That's what you said she was doing. So I don't need you to do that to me. I need you to be honest with me, because you paying child support is going to be based on the evidence that I hear. And as of right now, you haven't said anything or provided me with anything that would totally go against what she just said. You said you're giving her all of this money, $10,000 for 7 to 8 months. That's between $70,000 and $80,000 roughly, right? It would be enough. However, testimonial evidence is evidence, and she's saying she didn't receive it. You're not showing anything that would suggest you gave it to her. So
It's giving cap right now.
That's what you said.
It's giving lies.
What it's given is insufficient evidence. That's what it's given, okay? So, I mean, without anything showing that you've actually given her this money, I can only go off of your word. And you said you made $200,000 a year. So is that true or is that not true?
It's true.
Okay.
So like, rapping, that's where it goes to. That's where the majority of it goes to. For sure.
I understand. So is it possible that $200,000 is your bottom line and you actually make more? Because you just agreed with her when she was talking about throwing money in the club.
Yes.
All right. Well, I tell you what, when you bring something in here that suggests that you make less, as well as suggests that you've given her $70,000, $80,000, then we will consider it at that point. But today, I can only go off of the evidence that I heard. You don't have any type of 1099s or anything to show that you're paying other people any expenses, anything like that.
It's my expense right here.
Okay, Mr. Hall, you came here to waste my time.
I work, Mr. Hall. You know I work.
And you know, I don't like to steal people's phrases, but according to what Ms. Doug said, and I'd have to agree with her, the math ain't math. It's really not. Because if you're spending that type of money on kids, you're going to bring that to court. That's the first thing you're going to want me to see. Right? Okay. All right. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to base your child support off of that $200,000 a year per your testimony. So under Texas law, it's capped. Okay? So I can't place you on child support based on $200,000 a year per se, because your child support will be a lot. So it will be capped, which will make your net resources $9,896.72. You said there are 3 children. Do you have any other children outside of those 3? Okay, I'm going to move right along. All right. So health insurance, she says that she pays $250.
Here it comes, the moment. The judge is about to lay down a financial smackdown using Texas law. And if you're wondering, yes, child support in Texas is capped, but that doesn't mean Mr. Hall's walking away easy. Watch how this ruling unfolds.
A month for all 3 children. Do you have access to health insurance that will be cheaper than that? Or can you get health insurance on the children? Because if not, you're going to reimburse her that $250.
So run this to the judge. How much am I looking to be paying per month?
Right now, without any reimbursement of health insurance or any credit for health insurance that you could possibly get that's cheaper than $250, you're looking at make sure I got this right, $2,969 a month. Mm-hmm.
But that's a break, because you said you give me $10,000, so that's a whole break.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be bothered. You shouldn't be bothered.
So, Mr. Hall, excuse me. I know you're still soft on her, but I'm talking to you right now. All right. So, did you have access to health insurance that will be cheaper than $250 a month? Okay, so this is what we're going to do. It doesn't change your child support amount really at all. So what we will do, instead of you paying her $250 a month for reimbursement, I'll give you credit of $100. But you have to enroll the children in health insurance within the next 30 days. If you don't do it within the next 30 days and she comes back, you'll be paying her the $250